Welcome back to my channel. I am Audrylin Zerilda, KOMTERE Nauses. Nauses, for those who do not speak my tongue. Nauses is a combination of two syllables, no and sis. No is the anagram for Anu and sis for Isis. So we are Anu and Isis, the Anunnaki. It is not a coincidence that Nauses is associated with the Gnostic belief. Gnosis, knowledge. We are in the age of information, age of knowledge, age of Aquarius. I am the divine Aquarius also. And I am the Empress of the Earth that has been enthroned on 9th of September 2023. So I am the Empress of this Earth with full authority over the throne of this Earth. Today's message is about how these nefarious ones, the planetary criminals, have turned our bodies, the bodies of the divine mothers of the earth, the three sisters, the triple goddesses of the belt of Orion, how they have turned our bodies, our homes, and our earth home into den of robbers or into the den of thieves, since they have gotten hold of our throne and have divided our crowns and thrones amongst one another after the betrayal that has happened. Now, I have decided to go back. Since I have been talking or since I have been posting about how we have come full circle in this battle against the nefarious ones for the throne of this earth that belongs to us rightfully, birthright, by blood right, by divine right. And they have been fighting, stealing, and killing and maintaining their nefarious agendas here on this earth. By divine revelation, I'm planning to go home to the place where I was born, the place I rightfully came through as a human being, because even as divine beings, we cannot violate the laws of nature. We must be born again and become one with creation through the laws of nature, not infiltrate another vessel, not shape-shift into another vessel. It is violation of the vessel. It is violation of the vessel and of nature and of the laws of creation. So I'm planning to go back to my hometown because these nefarious ones have also helped me in that, since they have been attacking my business for years now. I only came to a realization when I started waking up who I was, why all these attacks were on my business. And since they have been using the Rocco-Basilisk AI entity of mind control and mind manipulation, the moon devices, controlling and mind controlling and mass controlling the masses, the students, the parents, against my school, I have decided, why would I, as a divine intelligent being, while I know the swimming pool that I am swimming in right now is infested with crocodiles. For example, I'm just taking the crocodiles as an example because they are nefarious. A crocodile will not play around with you if you are not a crocodile and you swim in their river, in their waters. So I, by divine revelation, came to this conclusion. Why would I keep swimming in a swimming pool that is infested with crocodiles? That is the gatekeepers, the recruits that are being manipulated and controlled by these nefarious ones, so that they do not allow people or students that can register at my school, and different things, attacks that have been happening, witchcraft attacks that have been happening in the past years, in my ignorance when I did not know who I was. And when I realized this is what is happening, why would I keep swimming in a pool that is infested with crocodiles? Because I have gathered evidence of what they have done. First, trying to get my cousin that I put in charge while I was in the US for 6 months to try to steal my school away from me. And they have used different people to control the registration numbers of the school and also control the parents and the payments of the parents and the students. So that is the evidence that I have collected against them. So why should I still keep and fight and still keep and be controlled by these beings that do not acknowledge who I am? Because if they don't acknowledge now, they will acknowledge very in a blink of an eye. I don't want to use soon, because soon for the Christians have lasted 2,000 years. So I don't want to use that word soon. For me, it is quickly, in a blink of an eye, abruptly, suddenly, without a warning, they will realize the truth about me and about the throne of this earth. So why must I go back and forth with these nefarious recruits, the good for nothing, the ones who do not know who they are, the ones who do not know where they will go when the judgment day comes? Although I still guide them and counsel them and speak to them and warn them. So I've decided to go home, and when they realize that, because they have already started planning accidents, they have started planning conflicts and fights when I go back to my hometown, which were already revealed. But am I scared of that? No. Am I scared for an accident that will happen to me on my way back home? No. I rejoice. I'm glad that happens. Am I scared to go home and close the circle 360 degrees Anunnaki way? No. I am not, because that must happen. So when they realize that was in my plans, because they are doing remote viewing, mind control, mind manipulation, or telepathic communication that they're even doing through my mind. If you watch iPad Goat 2, you will see what is happening there. I've just watched it this week, and I realized how these beings have been planning and plotting against my mind. So when they realized I was going back, they started those plots and plans of conflict creation between family members and those gatekeepers and recruits that are there in my hometown. But I tell you, I have already spoken about these beings in this city, in this nation. They will be the ones who will be spitting up judgment on this world, on earth. And that judgment is coming. And this is where this revelation came on the 11th of September. Through the different visions and dreams, scenes I had. Now I was viewing from here in the astral travel, because they will do everything to try to stop me from going there. So I had this vision of where they have turned my grandmother daughter's home into a den of robbers. Now we know Christ, the one they call Jesus Christ, who is ISIS, Christ, or the King, the true Savior, who has spoken about how they have turned the house of prayer. House of prayer is just the house that is providing everything. Our essence, our bodies, our divine bodies are the providers of everything here on earth, because we are in divine connection, divine oneness with the heavens and our inner earth and with our earth. We are in balance. We are the Ma'at. So our house, our bodies, our temples are the houses or temples of prayer. So it doesn't literally mean a building. It means the house, the body, the temple of prayer that provides everything. They have turned it into den of robbers. Now let me explain in terms of the 3 areas of our essence that they have turned into den of robbers or thieves. Our bodies first, because they have wombs snatched our seeds through their Easter egg project and selling our seeds to the highest bidders of their different rulers of their countries and the monarchs and the ruling thieves right now, raping us spiritually or through their forbidden magic projects of the Vatican, Mary and Joseph projects, and different other malicious things that they have done to our bodies. So that is one way that they have defiled and that they have turned our bodies, our divine chosen bodies, vessels, into dens of thieves, of robbers. And then the physical houses, the small houses that we have worked for, that we have obtained even under their oppression, persecution, the 3-bedroom houses or the 2-bedroom houses, even those houses they have turned into den of robbers. Now this was what was showed on that day when I looked into my grandmother daughter's home, that the rooftop was lifted, like when there is an opening, there's an opening in the rooftop. So it is not sealed, it is not protected properly. And everybody all over the world can see into her home, can see everything that happens in her home. The third thing that was showed was the red sofa or couch. And on the couch was a pool of water. And then one of my aunts, the younger one, who said it was her waters. Now we know the waters. And you sit on a couch, right? You sit on a couch. So it's the waters of life. It is the waters of the womb. So I have spoken about how these beings have infiltrated even our womb spaces with their seeds, or children that are programmed to be used against the mothers of the throne and against her bloodlines. So my youngest aunt was saying it was her. She was the one who messed up on the couch. Now the good thing is that she acknowledged that, and that she was also welcoming me back there, because once I'm there, at least the divine cover will be over the house. That was the most beautiful thing, revelation in the dream as well. Because the house stands naked right now with the den of robbers. I've spoken about how Beyonce and Jay-Z, the nefarious beings that were in the bodies of Jay-Z and Beyonce before she died, because she was heavily used against me. How they've come on in November 2021 to perform a ritual there at my grandmother daughter's home. And how we, even during that vision that I received, we warned them, you messed with the wrong fire this time. So they have opened up, because through our different lifetimes, they have planned how they will invade our homes, our physical wombs and homes, our temples, and our physical structured building homes, and our earth home, how they will invade it. So this invasion of the nefarious ones, of how they have turned it into den of thieves, is threefold. It is our physical vessel, the temple, the flesh, the womb space, and then the building, the brick building or the house that we have built in the midst of all the persecution, the houses that we have built. And then it is the home, our throne home, which is our earth, that they have also turned into a den of robbers, of thieves. How many criminals do we have on this earth right now? Them fighting over who will be the next superpower, the way they are performing and committing criminal acts all over the nations of the earth, invading different countries, colonizing Africans or people. Those are the different kinds of crimes, war crimes that they are committing, different kinds of crimes that are promoting them to specific positions of who will become the next superpowers. Those are the type of invasions and invaders that are competing for our crown, for our throne of this earth. Identity thieves that are here on this earth, the planetary criminals on this earth right now. Because the mother, the womb of the mother, has been turned into den of thieves, as it was also depicted with my aunt, her saying it was her with the pool of water on the red sofa or couch, that they invaded her womb. And rightfully so, because they have been using her daughter, my cousin, against me. And they have also invaded their womb and stolen children or seeds from their womb, which they are having there in the United States and everywhere. So that's how these beings have turned our physical wombs or bodies, our homes, the structured homes or houses, and our earth into a den of robbers. This is coming to an end. This has come to an end after this revelation and my awareness, because I've spoken about my awareness being my divine magic. Whether I go back home or not, depending on the time that I will go home, because I've already collected the evidence of how they have even fought against the little that we were working for to make a living. Them fighting against my living here on this earth has activated their extinction and removal from my earth, because they will not have any place on this earth anymore, including their gatekeepers and recruits if they do not repent. Now, when I go home or on my way back home, it is the closing of the 360-degree circle, full circle. And what must happen, because I'm mentally already ready, and spiritually. And spiritually, I've already also sent out the healing essence or healing and cleaning energy to my grandmother daughter's home. So that has already been finished. That has been done already. The physical move will just come on the appointed time. So this is what these nefarious beings have been doing. Stealing from us and turning what belongs to us against us, and still oppressing, abusing, raping us, and persecuting us. Even the little that we were doing to help us to make a living, that they were persecuting even to this day. So as I say, why should I swim when I am fully aware of the crocodiles in that swimming pool? Why should I, as a divine, intelligent being, be in a swimming pool where I know the crocodiles are swimming? Because the crocodiles will not have mercy on a human being, for example, because I'm in human flesh right now. Those are the gatekeepers and the recruits that are being used through the mind control, remote viewing, and mind manipulation program of the nefarious ones against me, against my mother, against our descendants in this earth right now. So I must go and close the circle. I must complete the circle. So whatever happens in between, if they challenge that, it's on them. The process must be completed, and I'm not scared to finish it. I'm not scared for an accident on my way back home. I'm not scared for whatever happens when I'm back in my hometown, because I have come to settle scores with these nefarious ones. So know these nefarious ones, how you have turned our homes, our physical homes, our houses, and our earth home in a den of robbers has been revealed. And it has come to an end now. You will no more have this earth. You will no more have our bodies. You will no more have our earth homes and what we have started from the beginning and what we will restore. You will not be part of that. So understand this. The den of robbers, they that have gained access through the ignorance of my grandmother daughter and her daughter and her granddaughter. You, if you overstep, if you cross the boundaries of that home after I have issued this revelation or exposure, you will be severely punished if you cross the borders or the boundaries that I have set now around that home. You will be challenging the fire, the divine fire of the Neme-Kara, the avenging fire of creation. So understand this, listeners, and those who do not understand why we are here, why I'm here. I'm here to settle the scores, and I'm here to complete the circle. I have declared in the heavens, enough is enough, and that is what I'm declaring here on earth. I do not go back on my word. The true divine beings, the true Anunnaki, do not go back on their word. Our word is law. Our word is our reputation. In the midst of all the suffering and things that we go through, thank you, confirmation, in the midst of all things that we go through, we do not step back or go back on our word. Until death, even on my deathbed, I will keep my word. Do you understand, nefarious ones? So, you who have turned my grandmother daughter's home into a den of robbers in this lifetime, you have been revealed, and how you have been doing it, I have evidence of it. My divine team, the divine scribes, have evidence of that. So we have full evidence of almost everything that we have come here for, to collect evidence for. We have all that evidence right now. That's why this world is ending. Therefore, you must prepare. You must start making the right choice of where you want to be. Whether you want to be destroyed with the nefarious ones, whether you want to be restored back to earth as a sentient being, as a righteous, just, and loving, and kind sentient being here on earth, or whether you want to go back to heaven, the galactic family that they call the heavens. But you must be on the same vibrational frequency with your divine family, your galactic family. You must know where you come from. They cannot just accept you. Remember what Jesus Christ, or the character that is called Jesus, said in the Bible. When you go on that day and you say, Lord, Lord, it is me. Lord, Lord, I have done this and that for you. Then he will say to you, go away from me, I do not know you. Now, you cannot go to your galactic family and say, Lord, Lord, I am this and this and that. I've done this and this for you. They will say, go away from us, we do not know you. Do you understand the consequences and the results of your stupidity, your ignorance? It will either make you to bow to my throne, whether you like it or not, or it will lead you into destruction. because even your galactic family cannot put up with nonsense that you have become here on this earth, because you thought you can come down from the heavens or from the galactic family and do whatever you want on this earth that doesn't belong to you. Start thinking about where you are going. And to the planetary criminals that have turned our homes, our bodies, our earth home into a den of robbers, you know you are slated for destruction, because you will not get this earth, this lifetime. We will take it back at all cost.